Hello, hello. It's episode 22, and I am very excited for this one. I know I say that a lot, but this one's huge. It's tactical, highly tactical, also highly common sense, but also not like necessarily easy. So I'm going to share this. This is about investing, and this is like a secret hack. I use this secret hack, and this hack is so easy. You're not even gonna believe it. But the thing is, you're gonna go, oh, duh, obviously that's like super apparent. But then, like, it's like, are you doing it though? Because if you were doing it, you'd understand how overpowered this hack is in your daily life. Okay, I did this for a month, and I accidentally invested $1,600 additional dollars that I wasn't allocating previously to investing. $1,600. Okay, do you understand? Like, this compounds fast. Now, what is this secret hack? This is going to be a fast episode, right? Because it's super easy, right? I don't need to dive into this for 30 minutes. And after I tell you the hack, okay, I'm gonna dive into it a little bit, but I want you to not brush it off immediately and go, so obvious, like that's not even a high level concept. But then, because if you're doing that, what's gonna happen is you're not gonna engage in this habit, and then you're not gonna reap any of the benefits. It's so easy, but it's so easy to do that it's also easy not to do. And what is this secret investing hack? It is skipping indulging in daily pleasures. What do I mean by that? Okay, I'm gonna explain. I tell all my friends, every time someone wants to go out to lunch with me, go out and grab coffee, catch up, I always tell them, no, I'm broke. Okay, and that's actually, it's the truth, but it's also kind of a lie. Okay, because what the actual truth is, I'm optionally broke. What I'm really saying nicely, without, like, I'm not trying to be mean to them. What I'm really saying is, hey, I have money, but not for that. Okay, I don't value that engagement and that entertainment that way for the amount of cash that's gonna take. Okay, so no thank you, I'm good. I'm not gonna go spend $30 on mimosas and lunch to talk to you for an hour when I could just be working. I could save that $30, right? I could invest that $30. It sounds so easy, but things that are easy to do are easy not to do as well. $1,600 in a month just by, okay, look, if I wanted to go get Cane's for dinner, right? And macro wise, you can actually get a good order at Cane's that actually makes sense for your dietary goals, okay? But a caniac, even if you get the birds naked plus 2 or 3 extra strips, you're talking $23 to $26, okay? $26 on a meal. Okay, so look, say I want to get Cane's, I go, you know what? Let me pretend like I did, and then make myself dinner, actually cook food, spend $5 at the grocery store to get enough food for 3 meals, right? And maybe it's just chicken and rice. Maybe it's boring, quote unquote boring, okay? But let's pretend like I went to Cane's, and that money that I was gonna spend, let me spend it on an investment. Let me put it into crypto. Let me buy this thing that I've been wanting to buy to better my digital escapades, right? It seems so easy. And I'm saying this repeatedly because I don't want you to brush this off as whatever. It's so obvious. That's so dumb. I'm not going to do that. But it's like, this hack works to the level of scale that you're able to put off gratification. To the level of scale that you're able to delay gratification is the level of scale that this hack will positively affect you. What would an extra $1,600 a month do for you? Probably a lot, okay? When I want to go get Dutch, I don't, okay? When I want to get an energy drink, I don't. When I want to go grab a snack, I don't, okay? And it's like, wow, that seems like kind of a lame way to live. Why would you even, make money and do things for yourself if you're gonna like sort of penny pinch yourself? And like, sure, that's one way to look at it. But also another way to look at it is, if I do this for 3 years, 5 years, every single day, I'm conscious and I'm aware of the fact that I could spend this money on a candy bar. I could go get a soda over here. I could go get lunch with my friends. I could go out for mimosas, But if I'm intentional for 3 to 5 years every single day, and I instead take that money and put it into investments, where is that going to lead me in 5 years? Because perhaps it'll lead me to a 6-figure portfolio that I would have otherwise just pissed away on random food. A lot of it's food, actually, and that's why I've said so many food examples. You would be amazed, okay, if you don't do a regular budget and, audit yourself. It's scary, okay? Go look at how much money you're spending per month on food. It's a lot, okay? A lot. So, all these things, like when I get invited out to something, I always say no. Always. Because I'm not really in that phase of my life. And I'm like, I value more putting my capital that I have to work for me than spending it on an experience that, cool, I got to catch up with a friend. Like, I'm good. I can catch up with you on a Zoom call. And some people think that's frivolous and like I'm avoiding social obligations and like I'm a bad friend. But actually, I don't believe that, because, Jim Rohn says the most valuable thing you can do for your friends and family is become 10 times more valuable, because your personal development actually impacts directly the people in your immediate circle. What if you become 10 times more valuable? What's that going to do for the people right around you? A lot. Okay, so this investment hack has changed my life, and I think it will do it for you as well. But again, what I call you to, and the challenge here is, this will only be of positive benefit to you based on your level of discipline, your ability to delay gratification in the now for the chance and the opportunity at a greater tomorrow. You can go get the McDonald's. You can go get the Taco Bell. You can. Absolutely. I'm not judging you if you choose to do that. And I'm not saying, I'm better than you because I choose to delay the gratification. I'm just proposing this thought, this concept, this idea to you because I do it and I've seen massive success with it. And I know that if you tried it, it's so weird because eventually you get to a point where you think about the thing that you would have otherwise wanted, but then you don't even miss it. You're like, no, I'd rather just take that $22 and put it into an investment. And then that's where you get the joy. And so you start thinking about things that you could spend money on, and then you consciously, you get like dopamine from consciously investing more when you could have spent it somewhere else, because you know that you're making a decision that benefits your future. Isn't that weird? Like, you'll no longer feel the FOMO of like, oh man, I really wanted Cane's chicken tenders instead of just dry chicken and rice at home, and the macronutrient values. That's not really like, I don't love it, but it's serving me. It'll switch at some point along the process. It'll switch, it'll flip-flop, and then it'll be like, you'll think about the Cane's, then you'll go and make the chicken and rice, and then as you're eating the chicken and rice, you're getting dopamine and serotonin, because you are to yourself, you're going, hey, I know I'm the type of person that does the things I say I'm going to do, and I am doing things right now, in the now, today, to stay away from the pleasures of today for myself in this day, today, now, so that my future self can live better. And that is awesome. And I'm proud of myself for that. And that's going to give you dopamine and serotonin. It's a positive feedback loop. Okay? And it's so weird because sometimes, somewhere along the journey, it switches. And now instead of feeling FOMO for the things that you missed out on, you feel proud of the things that you're doing consciously that are harder, that most people aren't doing, because you know that that's leading you down a better, more inherently great path. It's so cool. So the investment hack of this podcast, so unbelievably simple. I mean, this is not rocket science. Every time you get the urge to spend money on this, that, or the other thing, anything, it doesn't even matter what it is, say no, and then take the exact amount of money that you otherwise would have spent on that thing and put it into an investment. Put it into a fund for something that you want to buy for yourself that's going to help move forward your process, right? Whatever that may be, right? My 4K camera, I wanted to buy that for a while. I ended up buying it, right? And I used this principle to buy it, okay? So it's so easy, but it's easy to do and easy not to do. So I call you, if you listen to this and then you don't embark on this escapade, it didn't serve you. You didn't learn anything, right? But if you try this, I want to challenge you to try this for 30 days and see if you can break my $1,600. See if in 30 days And by the way, I'm not saying like go pretend and make up outlandish expenditures that you weren't already going to spend to try and artificially pump your numbers up. That's not what we're talking about here. What I'm talking about is see if for 30 days, if you're consciously aware of the expenditures you have, how many of them you can cut out cold turkey and then instead take that money and put it into an investment, and see where that takes you in 30 days. And see if on the 31st day, see if you miss any of the stuff that you didn't get. See if you miss that Starbucks coffee. See if you miss the canes, right? Because I don't know about you. I can't speak for you. But for me, after a certain point, I don't know if it was 31 days, but after a certain point, I got to a level of scale where I was like, I actually don't even miss the stuff, the frivolous daily purchases that were just adding up, that weren't really adding value to my life. They were empty calories. They weren't helping. I know I'm relating a lot of this to food, but for me, I'm a foodie. A lot of my unnecessary expenditures were food based, but it could be different things. It could be an online subscription, right? It doesn't matter what it is. Cut it out. Cut out the nonsense that's not serving your higher self, and start investing into you. I hate when people say, I don't have enough money. Yes, you do. You definitely do. You're alive, you're living, you're doing things, you have your expenditures. You just don't have enough money for that, whatever that thing is. Perhaps it's investing, but you do have enough money for a bag of hot Cheetos and a soda at the gas station. Okay? How does that make sense? I think your priorities are a little afoot. They're skewed in the wrong direction. A negative feedback loop. Okay, so that's the episode today. I call you to try this challenge, and you know what's going to happen? The people that do try it, 30 days from now, they're going to go, this is a new habit in my life. I love this. I'm going to do this forever. And you are, over an extended period of time, going to become wealthy, my friend. Have a beautiful, blessed day. Keep winning.